I was going to mention something else here, so let's segue and morph into the conversation that Roxanne and I were having in the studio during the last commercial break. And Fester and Froggy, you were out. Yeah. Roxanne she's like shaking her head and she's rubbing her ear. I'm like, what's going on? And Roxanne told me that the kids that she allows to sleep in her bed.
Child one.
That
Uno.
You got roundhouse kicked in the ear last night?
So hard. Like, you know when a cartoon character gets punched or kicked and then they're like a dodo bird? Yeah, that's, I still feel like that. It was like
the little birds, the birds going around their head like in a cartoon?
The birds swimming around my head. And it's like my ear is still ringing. She roundhouse kicked me for fun. And it wasn't like it was an accident.
Oh, wait a second. This was not like sleeping in the middle of the night?
I was lying down. I was trying to go to bed.
What time is this?
Probably 9:45.
So you're trying to go to bed.
Yeah.
And this is the 2.5-year-old?
Yes. This is what happened. Doug drinks White Claw.
Well, this is what Roxanne said. Roxanne said, listen to this. Roxanne, during the break when we were talking about this, Roxanne said that Doug was, quote, drunk on White Claw.
I said
No, you
said.
Don't know.
Maybe I did. Okay.
Roxanne, I'm telling you, I wrote it down.
Roxanne, a couple weeks ago.
Listen, I wrote it down on this Post-it note, and I'm holding it up to MJTV right now.
MJ, a couple weeks ago.
I'm holding this up. Doug, drunk on White Claw. I wrote down your quote verbatim. Okay. You said that your fiance, Dig Doug, was drunk on White Claw, and then...
Roxanne, was it last week where you put up a video of your fridge and the inside of it, and there was like 30 White Claws in there?
We always have to be stopped.
Are those all his? And Doug.
They're not mine or the kids.
Yeah, I mean, the kids aren't drinking the Whiteys.
Doug Claw.
When the kids see billboards of White Claw, they say, Daddy, there's your billboard.
And drunk.
How many does he drink?
He just likes the fizzy taste of it. I've tried to give him like seltzer water and stuff to supplement, but I don't know. I ask him that question. But
it's like my friend who was on Coke, and he said he liked the way it made his nose itch.
Get a
I like the fizzy stuff.
Get a Perrier for crying out loud.
I know. I've tried to supplement with that.
But you said that Doug was drunk on White Claw.
So he gets the Daviana all riled up, and I'm trying to like wind the house down, and they're like playing and hide and seek and scaring each other, and then she just is all wound up and kicks me in the head, and I'm like, go back to the Bahamas. I'm going to extrudite you back to the Bahamas. I have a system here in this household when you're gone.
I'm going to get you locked up with that Sam Bankman-Fried, the SBF turd.
What's the matter? I'm just trying to play with the kids.
And your ear is still, your head is still bothering you?
It hurts. Yeah, it's painful.
Roxanne, I've told you this. I don't want to tell you how to parent.
You sure Doug didn't ear slap you?
But I do. You got to get your kids out of your bed.
It's one child. She's not even 3 yet. And I told you, it goes by, when you look at the short amount of time that your kids are babies, it's the blink of an eye. So that's when she and I have our best conversations, when she's not roundhouse kicking me. So that's my, I don't wake up with my children. So Daviana and I like to go to bed together and chit chat.
All right. Now, this actually is a very convenient segue, because I saw an item last night, and the headline from the New York Post was, I share a bed with my tweens. It's totally natural, and none of us want to stop.
Wait, teenagers that are twins?
No.
I mean, the whole idea of a family not sleeping in the same bed is really just like the last 100 years or so, right?
Listen to this.
What is it, Willy Wonka?
Yeah, right? I mean, well, back in the day, the whole family had one bed.
Grandpa, no, they didn't.
Yes.
Grandpa, Grandma, Charlie from Willy Wonka, they're all sleeping in the same
bed.
Did they also have the long gown pajamas and then the goofy little hat they used to wear? Did they really wear that little sleeping hat?
I saw Dances with Wolves. They all sleep in the same teepee in the same size.
And of course, Grandpa hasn't moved in 20 years, but he's dancing when he gets up.
Listen, you think in 1545 everybody had their own room?
Grandpa's a big old shut-in. Grandpa can't move any limb until Charlie gets the golden ticket.
My legs are atrophied. Let's do a jig.
Yeah, what was the bad guy's name that tried to get Charlie?
Slugsworth.
Slugworth.
Yeah.
Slugworth.
Mr. Slugworth. Anyway, let me share these details here, and this is just creepy. Unconventional. Mom is raising eyebrows, admits that she shares a bed with her 10-year-old daughter and 12-year-old son. Bernie Watkins, who's 49, says she's unashamed of her family's unorthodox habit, believes it's the reason why she shares such a close bond with her kids, Frankie and Caden. We're very close, a cuddly family. It's perfect for us.
Oh, my God.
And getting into bed at night is a lovely part of our days. Single mom said, people told me the kids would grow up to be clingy and dependent if we kept sharing, but it's the total opposite. I'm sorry, folks. That is not normal for a 49-year-old mother to be sleeping in the same bed as her 10-year-old daughter and 12-year-old son. That is creepy.
Yeah, what? There's something going on.
That
there.
is creepy co-sleeping right there.
What's going on?
Some sort of like...
What's going on? They're sleeping.
You know, I have to tell you that I know some single moms, and they have their child sleep in bed with them, and it's getting to be that close to that tween age.
What? You have friends of
They're
yours?
not my friends. They're I mean, it doesn't matter. They would be my friends, but they're friends of friends.
Single mom friends that you have allow their kids to still sleep in bed with them, and how old are they?
I just know
8, 9, 10?
Yeah, pushing that. Like I know one of my girlfriends, her boss her boss is a single mom, and she lets her, say 8 or 9-year-olds sleep in bed with her.
Dude, I bet you this is more common than you think, MJ, man. You're sitting here, this is terrible. Oh, letting an 8-year-old sleep with you. I bet you this is a lot more common than you think.
I was thinking about opening up the MJ phone lines on this.
What? Who sleep? Why? So you could mock them?
Who said anything about mocking?
You just like, this is abnormal.
Why are you yelling? Festy, you this passionate about this?
Well,
Fester yells about everything.
He yell about everything around
And then when we yell, he rolls
Right,
his eyes.
let's go to phones. I want to hear from you. Are you a parent, and how old are your kids that you still allow to sleep in your bed? Or if you have any stories of friends, relatives, coworkers, if you have, this is sort of, the stories about the mothers that are still breastfeeding kids at like 6, 7, 8 years old. That's crazy too.
Or sound nutrition.
All right. Maybe kind of, cost efficient.
Part of your complete breakfast, mom walks out with no shirt on.
All right. Now, let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. First of all, do you let your kids at an advanced age still sleep in your bed? Do you have any 8, 9, 10, 12-year-olds still sleeping in your bed with you? All right. Do you have any friends? Do you have any stories about this? Do you have any comments on this? I don't think that Roxanne ought to allow the 2.5-year-old daughter to still stay in the bed.
Well, you don't live in my house, so you don't have to worry about it.
Boom.
I don't have to worry about Doug drunk on White Claws every night. Apparently, how many White Claws does he put back every night?
That's what I'm wondering how many.
I've asked that question, but I don't know. I think like 2.
Does White Claw have more alcohol than beer?
It's got something in it that's I don't like.
Because you have to drink 8 beers to really be.
Dude, just go online and look at the alcohol percentage of White Claw. White Claw. Just go to Google and type in what is the alcohol percentage of White Claw. All right, let's go. Oh my God, look at the phones. Every single line is ringing here. All right, let's go. 800-990-1047. If you get a busy signal, and you will right now, wait until the line clears and try to get in. So how old is too old to allow kids to sleep in the bed? Are you letting your old kids sleep in your bed still? All right, Jennifer is first up, Winter Haven. Hey, Jennifer, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Good morning.
Morning. What's up?
So I'm not a single mom, but my husband and I do let our 7-year-old daughter sleep with us on occasion. We are trying to get her out of the habit, but we are also in a new house, and she gets scared sometimes. But more often than not, she does end up sleeping in the bed with us, and she'll sleep right between us. And
you know what happened, though, Jennifer, and tell me if I'm wrong, is you just allowed this probably to happen when they were 2, 3, 4, and you're probably saying, we got to stop this, but then they turn 5. Really, we got to get her out of the bed. Then there's 6, and before you know it, it's going to be a junior in high school. They're going to be still sleeping in the bed with you.
Absolutely, you are absolutely right, and it is hard trying to get them out of the habit. But, I mean, you just have to be firm. But what do you do when they're scared and they're coming to you? I'm scared, and they got them teary eyes and stuff. Of course you're going to say, come on, just for tonight, but then tomorrow night is just for tonight, too.
Yeah, you put a padlock on the outside of the door and you lock them in their bedroom.
That's a little hard, but I can see your point, yes.
So I want to I know the lines are full, but I got to bring this up, MJ.
Yeah.
So you want to say, why is this wrong? Is it bad for the kid? And I will tell you, I went to my doctor one time and he was like, I told him my baby sleeps with me. This is when Evelyn was sleeping with us when she was like 2 or whatever. And I said, yeah, she sleeps with us. He goes, well, Roxanne, how do you have sex? And I'm like,
your doctor asked you, how do you have sex?
That's a pickup line.
And I'm like, we don't do it in the middle of the night. I work in radio, and it's I'm getting up at 4:00 in the morning.
What kind of doctor was this?
Well, I like grabbing him as soon as he comes home from work. That's my that's my preference. But hey.
There you go. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for the call.
TMI.
All right.
Thank you.
So, Roxanne, before I go back to phones, what type of doctor was this asking you about you having sex with Dig Dug?
This was just my regular GP, not my OB.
So the general practitioner, your regular.
We were just talking you have these conversations with your doctor. I mean, I was like, whatever,
seems
postpartum, blah blah blah.
A little creepy though.
It's just a conversation.
So Roxanne,
how do you guys do
Roxanne,
it?
let me tell you.
So what do you wear, and what's your favorite? All right, so let me grab Brandon in Sarasota. Brandon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Brandon.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We are well. All right, kids sleeping in your bed. What do you have to say about it?
So when my daughter was 4, naturally that's an age where they would be sleeping in your bed. I divorced her mom and I started dating. So I actually had to break her at about 4 because I didn't think it was appropriate for her to be in the bedroom with me and a woman who wasn't her mom.
Good sound decision making there.
Good call.
Yeah, but now she's 8 and she hasn't been broken on her mom's side, so she still sleeps in bed with her mom. And over the years, I've heard stories where her mom's been in bed with her and another man.
Oh my God!
Her mom didn't respect it enough to do what I did, and I've brought it up to her mom, and she says it's not true, but I find it hard to believe that.
Brandon, what's the custody sharing? Like, how often do you have your daughter? How often does your ex-wife have your daughter?
We have it pretty much 50-50.
Do you guys live close together?
Yeah, I'm Sarasota. She's Lakewood Ranch.
All right, so fairly close. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call,
I would
Brandon.
have a big issue with
Yeah.
in the oh my God.
Yeah.
Some dude that the mom met on like Tinder or something.
Oh. Hey, Karen, it's cool if your trophy comes in and sleeps in our bed with us. Come on.
All right, here's Anonymous in Riverview. Hey, Anonymous, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, MJ. It's first-time caller here.
Well, thank you, Anonymous, for phoning in. What's your story with kids in bed?
Well, I am the single mother. You can check that box. And I've been single the entire time. I've raised her single since she was born. And she, at first, when she came home from the hospital, I was anti-sleeping in the bed. I was always terrified of rolling over on her and didn't want to suffocate her. And so she was always in her own crib, in her own toddler bed. And it wasn't until about 3.5, when I had gone through a breakup with somebody I was dating, to where she got very scared, and then she just hasn't left my bed since, and she's dead.
Okay. Good on you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the call.
I mean,
yeah,
no judgment.
How does this
yeah,
end?
I mean, she's 10, but she is getting to that age, like you say, the tween age. So she is getting to that age where she's starting to want to be in her own room,
Good.
have her own space. And so she does go in there and want to sleep in there every once in a while, but every once in a while she is. So we are kind of getting to that, we're breaking her out of that phase. But, yeah, I mean, I have allowed it because I didn't have a man sleeping in the bed. I wouldn't have her sleeping in the bed with anybody else. But, it's just one of those things, like, it's comforting to her, but it's also comforting to me because I've got a snuggle buddy.
Oh, good. Eventually she'll grow out of it.
Yeah,
we hope.
Again, you need to nip it sooner rather than later is what I would do.
You sound like you're a great mom.
All right, let's grab Michael. Michael, hi. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Michael.
Hi. This is Michael.
Hey, Froggy, hey, Froggy, you got to get near a window. We have really bad cell reception in this building.
Can't
Come
hear
on.
you.
Froggy.
We had a whole joke laid out for you, man. And
Hello?
Hello, Michael.
Michael, hello, Michael.
This is Michael.
Yes. You want to talk about kids sleeping in the bed?
Yeah. And I got Jesus juice and a special alarm and a Mom.
All right, that's enough of that.
At first, I didn't know which Michael it was.
Okay, so I saw the whole plan concocting, and I'm like, this is going to be really funny. Our listeners are in for a treat.
Megan's in Tampa. Hey, Megan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Sucked.
Hi, this is so cool. I've never been on the radio before.
Megan.
wow.
Megan, how old are you?
I am 22. Almost.
You're,
My birthday's coming up.
you're almost 22?
Yes.
All right, so Megan, don't tell me you still sleep in your parents' bed.
Actually, I don't have kids, but I do have 7 siblings. So
Now, I was talking about you still sleeping in your parents' bed. All right, so what's the story? What do you want to say?
I just had a question for. I don't know who I'm talking to. I just had a question for whoever is judging everyone whose kids sleep in their bed. I want to.
All right, so hold on. Do you, Megan? Do you know the name of this radio show?
Yes, this is 104.7.
It is but do you know any of the names of the people on the show?
No.
Okay.
All right, it's the MJ Morning Show. I am MJ. We have Roxanne and Fester and Froggy.
Oh, Froggy, that's the guy that was just being weird. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
that Froggy
yes,
was Froggy was calling it as Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Megan, did you just discover the MJ Morning Show?
Yes, I did.
Where are you from?
I'm from Port St. Lucie, Florida, but
Yeah, see, all right, so you're new to the Tampa Bay area?
I've been here for a couple years.
Well, there you go.
right.
We've been back for a couple of years. So listen, Megan, welcome, and hopefully you're an MJ Morning Show listener every day from now on.
Thank you.
All right, so go ahead. So what is your observation on kids sleeping in the bed?
Who is the guy that keeps judging everyone for having their kids sleep in their bed?
Oh, that would be MJ. That would be MJ. That'd be the guy you're talking to. Yes.
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 21, so your age, and my son is 18.
And I assume they didn't sleep in your bed at all.
They did not.
Interesting.
Yeah, I kicked that right out of the bedroom early on when they started to get. You can't let them get into the habit. And then, Roxanne, you got to be able to tell your kids no. And my kids have grown up to be very well-adjusted, great kids. But
Let's not compare kids.
That was one thing that we agreed on. We didn't want to start that habit of letting the kids sleep in the bed.
And that's good because you and Michelle were on the same page with that.
We were.
Yeah, your kids aren't spoiled at all now. You're right.
They're not.
I know. I'm saying.
They're well-grounded kids.
Very.
They're good kids.
All right, so Megan,
Great kids.
I'm the guy that's all judgmental. So go ahead.
I never slept in my parents' bed. As far as I'm aware, I don't remember when I was really, really little, but I never slept in my parents' bed. And you are right. I turned out, great. Not spoiled, just like your kids, older.
Well, Megan, you sound delightful.
At least you're humble about it.
Now, Megan, are you in school or you work? What do you do?
I am heading to work now. I am at school at USF.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you the best with your career. And do me a favor, make us a habit every morning. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. And I think you'll like listening to us every morning from now on.
And tell your school friends about us.
You got it. I mean, if I get on the radio, that's pretty cool.
Pretty
Go
cool,
Bulls,
Megan.
go
Thank
Bulls.
you. Have a great one, Megan. Look at that 22-year-old brand new listener.
And she wanted to talk to the guy mocking everybody. Okay.
By the way, I just want to let everybody know the Michael Jackson bit that failed miserably was MJ's idea.
Sherry, listen, the failure was part of the concept.
Well, you don't hand me a cell phone.
Hold on. How long?
Don't hand me a cell phone.
How long do you think I was going to keep you on the phone as Michael
You
Jackson?
tell me the
Okay.
bit, and then I go call in and think about
The
it.
problem was poor cell reception.
Yeah, that was the
concept
problem.
was
Is it
hysterical.
technology?
That's another reason why I want to get out of this building is because we've got awful cell reception. Hey, Sherry's in Tampa. Hey, Sherry, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
What's up, Sherry?
I'm 50 years old, and I have a 6-year-old, and she still sleeps in bed with me. And it doesn't bother me. It's comforting for both of us. So
All right, listen.
don't be so judgy.
Yeah, okay. I'll stop being Mr. McJudge face or whatever.
Sherry, what are you new? You know how this goes. Of course, MJ's judging.
Sherry,
Yes, it is true that I probably think it's more known, that people do that.
all right, now Sherry, the question is: are you married? Is there a man in the bed in the
No,
picture?
I'm not married. I'm divorced.
Okay, so how long, Sherry, do you plan to allow your 6-year-old daughter to sleep in the bed with you at night?
As long as she wants to.
12, 13, 14?
Yep.
Okay, well,
Okey
that's a
doke.
little.
All right, listen,
much.
hey, that's why I'm taking phone calls. Sherry, thanks for calling.
Hey, I got to read a texter.
Yeah.
I think those that let their kids that age or even younger sleep in their bed either have low or no sex drive. That's not true.
From a texter?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Oh, so you're suggesting that because you allow your kids
That's what they said.
to sleep in your bed, you're disputing the fact that you have no or low sex drive?
Yeah, that's not true. If you've got any sex drive at all, you're not going to want the kids in there.
I mean, that's what
So-
the island in the kitchen is for.
Anonymous. Is this another Anonymous in Tampa? Hello, Anonymous. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. Why do you want to be anonymous?
Because my husband listens to your show, and he was in blatant disagreement with me over this.
Okay.
But he'll
What
probably
our
recognize your
son-
voice.
what happened?
No. So our son is he is now 9. He's never spent a night in our marital bed unless we were on vacation or something was just, different. But in our home, he never spent a single night in our
So
bed.
you were at odds with your husband. What side was each on?
Well, no, we both were on the same side, that we didn't want to have a child who was going to be 10 or 11 and end up sleeping in bed with us. So that was something we never started from day one.
Okay.
Our son always had his own bed, and even from the time he was age 3, he had a big boy bed, a double-sized bed. So at night, we were comfortable reading to him and weren't like on our knees or sitting on the floor to read to him at night. Anyway, last year he had a major surgery. He had a tumor in the orbit of his left eye and had major facial reconstruction.
Wow.
And after that surgery, the doctor said for 12 weeks he cannot lay on that side, put any pressure on that side. And I said, how am I going to do this? I mean, am I going to be in there all night? And they said, well, yeah, that's what you're going to do. You're going to sleep with your son for 12 weeks because if he puts any pressure on that, all the surgery we did, the 17 bones we reconstructed,
All right.
going to come right back to the OR.
Wow.
That's understandable.
That's a
That's-
medical
that's a really
exception.
That is a extenuating circumstance
Yeah.
to the 12th power.
How's he doing?
So, but he did fine. But after those 12 weeks, he did not want me to leave, which was unlike my son, though, because like I said, for his whole life, he's never spent a night with us, and I was in his bed.
All right, the most important thing, how long ago was the surgery?
The surgery was just now a year ago.
All right, so how is your son? Is his sight okay? Did everything work out?
Yes, it was a benign but aggressive tumor,
Wow.
and everything healed amazingly. And I am now weaning myself back out of his bed. But my husband, after the 3 months, was like, okay, that's it. And we talked to the psychologist. We talked to another physician that was part of our team who said, this was not your son's personality. We're not concerned. If we're having this discussion 3 years from now, give him a year. Let him get over this. This was traumatic for him.
No, listen, that's an extenuating
Yes,
circumstance.
That's a little
but,
different than we're
but-
talking about clingy parents or
but,
clingy kids.
but obviously you want to break it off as soon as you can. And listen, it's great to hear that your son is doing well. That's very enlightening. Thank you, and we appreciate you calling. Sam is in Spring Hill, and Andrew, I'm going to finish up the remaining calls on the board. These lines, this will go all day. Sam, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ, what's up, man? Real quick, been listening since Power Pig MJ days. Literally bought a Crotchety Old Man CD from the back of your Toyota Supra and cash and carry at Spring Hill.
Hold on, wait a sec.
What?
Hold on. Now I had a 94.
Dude, I remember those days, dude.
I had a 94 twin turbo Toyota Supra that they were giving away. Remember Tony Gonzalez over at Courtesy Toyota? I did some kind of remote or something over there.
We're practically giving these things away.
There was a glut of them. There was a total glut of, and it was a $50,000 car back then. But there was a glut. There was a whole glut of these twin turbo, like the Nissan 300ZXs and the Toyotas, and they were giving them away. I leased that car. Unbelievably, I leased the car for it was like $449 a month. It was it was the craziest low price lease. It was unbelievable for 3 years, and I should have kept that car. Do you know those cars are worth a fortune now?
Oh God, yeah, yep, for sure. I remember when I pulled up in the parking lot, I was like, "Dang, look at MJ riding around in the Super Turbo. I love it."
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun car. All right, so why did I sell you a CD out of my hatchback?
Oh, dude,
I don't. You were doing something. You came up to Spring Hill, and it was like weird drug deal going down in the back of the parking lot.
do you remember there was a tent? I had to set the tent up in the middle of the cash and carry parking lot.
Oh, is that what it was?
And then you pull up like 30 seconds before go time. We had to be like at 4.
Yeah.
Right? So I set this tent up, and we put a table out, a couple of chairs, and you come zooming right in. You open up your trunk, and we start hocking them out of the back of your car.
And I'll tell you what. The minute we're done with these phone calls, I have a classic crotchety old man call queued up, which I'm going to play here.
Nice.
I'm going to play in just a second. Anyway, Sam, go ahead. Why'd you want to call about the whole kids in bed deal?
Oh yeah, real quick. So I work 24-hour shifts. I do fire rescue, and so my wife has our 2 of our daughters, 10 and 7. Like every night that I'm gone for the 24-hour shift,
Are you like Hernando County?
Yeah, Hernando County. Yeah.
Got you. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So they sleep with her in the bed, basically.
And what are the ages again? How old are the kids?
10 and 7. She doesn't like to sleep by herself, so when I'm gone, they kind of sleep with her.
Sam, I think it's a little too old. I still think that Daddy can be away. I think Daddy can be away doing his amazing work serving the citizens of Hernando County doing fire and rescue. At 7 and 10, the kids ought to be able to stay in their own bed. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I told her, I'm like, how long are you going to do this for? Guy would be 15 years old. The girls would still be in bed with you or whatever. Come on, man.
Hey, thanks for the call, Sam, and thank you for calling all these years later. I appreciate it.
Of course, man. Love you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's grab 3 more calls quickly. April's in Tampa. April, MJ Morning Show, you're on. Go ahead.
Good morning. My children never slept in the bed with us. That was kind of our thing. They have their rooms, we have our rooms.
Yeah. See, we're in agreement, April. We could be together.
But
Whoa.
my husband got deployed when my son was in kindergarten, his whole kindergarten year. And, the whole kid in the bed thing for me was security kind of a thing. I knew where he was. He knew where I was. He was at that age when his dad deployed. He knew what was going on. It wasn't like he was 2 and he didn't know. It wasn't like he was 15 and he could kind of manage. He knew what was going on, but he didn't understand. So at night he would get nervous, and I was frankly nervous too. And I lived out in the middle of nowhere. So if he was in the bed with me and I heard noise, I knew something was in my house that didn't need to be there, and I'm out because my husband's also police. So we have things in our house we used to defend ourselves, and as long as my son's with me, I know nothing bad's going to happen to him. So if I hear noise in my house, they're going to answer. So
April, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. All right, quickly, Teresa is in Winter Haven. Teresa, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hey, MJ, how are you guys?
We are well. How old are your kids, and do you let them sleep in the bed with you?
Okay, so this was a
Hey, Teresa, it sounds like you're in the bathroom and the phone's in the shower.
Are
and
you in the bathroom right now, Teresa?
She's been kicked out of her own bed.
You got to take us off hands-free.
Teresa.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
okay,
there we go.
My daughter is 22 now, and she's at FSU, and she graduates in May.
Wow.
Okay, so this was a learning experience for me, but she did sleep with me pretty much off and on until she was 13. And because I was a single mom for that whole time period, I had a therapist that we would go see just to help me out. Not that anything was wrong, but with an absent dad, I used a therapist instead of family advice.
All right.
As I was raising her.
All right. So get to the facts here.
Okay, so the facts are, when she started sleeping in my room,
How old?
from my room, she was up until she was 13, 14.
Oh, wow. That's kind of long.
Yeah, she had her own room. She had everything. So, but the thing of it is, she took over my room. My room became her laundromat.
But why'd you let it go for so long?
I can't tell you that.
And at 22 years old now, is she normal or has she got some issues?
She graduates in May at the top. She's on the dean's list at FSU.
Is she sleeping in any professors' beds over there? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen, Mr. Child Psychologist, taking it down a dark path.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but she's a really good girl. She's only had.
What's her major? What is she going to graduate with?
Dietitian. She's going to go into psychiatric nutrition.
Awesome. Teresa, thanks for the call. Last one. Dade City is up next. And Felipe. Hello. Are you Felipe or Philippe?
Felipe.
Hey, Felipe. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
I got a two-part for this one. My first daughter, she was sleeping with us as a baby, and she quit breathing. And we had to, bring her back and everything. And
wow.
So
now, no one rolled on top of her, no?
No. I'm 320 pounds. So
the point is, they were in bed with her to know she stopped breathing.
Yeah, but there are times where kids get rolled over, and if you're 320 pounds, man, you can do a hurting on a kid.
That's my wife. My wife would never let our daughter sleep in the bed with us because I'll roll over and kill the kid.
You're describing Fester at 320. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Felipe.
She slept on Mama's side, but that turned out good. But we got a 12-year-old. And whenever he was 10 years old, Mama used to sleep in his bed with him only because of medical reasons. He had breathing problems and all that, but all that's taken care of, and she's back in the bed. So, yeah.
So you're all living happily ever after now? Is that the point? You're all living happily ever after?
Yes. Yeah, because she's back in bed, and I don't think that I agree with you 100%. Whenever they're more than 2 or 3 years old, they need to be in their own room.
Thanks for the call, Felipe. And my position was I didn't even want them to be that old. If the kids wandered into our bed like at 1, 1.5, 2 years old, we always took them right back. I that's something from the very beginning. I did not want that habit to begin. So
I have to say that I cannot get back to the hundreds of people who are texting us on this.
Yes.
But thank you for being part of the conversation. And a big theme, those who are pro about kids sleeping in the bed with them, is because of the conversations that you have. And I have to say that's why I do it, is good combos with Daviana.
In-depth conversations with the 2.5-year-old sleeping in your bed, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's true. It's
while your
improved her vocab.
fiance,
she listens to us talk.
While Dig Dug is drunk on White Claws because you can't have a conversation with him, right?
Hey, Daviana, today I'm going to tell you the differences between the mango and the raspberry. I love them.